today. My speech is titled Blessing in Disguise. Now you may be wondering what is blessing in disguise to me in this speech. I'll get to that, of course. Let me tell you a little story. It started about 2 years back. This was July of 2013. And I had just graduated out of high school or junior college. And the decision to study further was made. I was going to be going to Bristol in the UK to study an undergraduate course in economics. I got my acceptance letter. I made all the arrangements. I spoke to people in the UK, and I was so excited. I was so excited. I wasn't very excited about the weather, but apart from that, everything else settled, arranged, and I was about to book my tickets, right? And precisely a month later, I found myself sitting in a classroom at Singapore Institute of Management in Singapore, in Asia. I hated it. I hated the school. I hated the classes. I was socially awkward. I could not make conversation with people. I did not have friends. I could not talk to people. It was difficult for me to even go up to people and say hello. And I know some of you are looking at me like, what, really? Was that you? Because no, that's not me today. I'm somebody so different today. So yes, let me go back to my misery. I did not have any friends. I had one friend. She was my roommate. Now she was obliged to be my friend because she was living with me, right? If I did have her, I would be friendless. Apart from one lecture, I did not enjoy any of the others. That was economics. I only enjoyed economics. Apart from that, the other lectures, I wanted to step out. I did not understand what was happening in class in most of the lectures. Even economics, I was sucking really bad at it. Because even though I loved the concepts and I loved how it related to the real world, I did so badly in my exams. I said, oh my God, what the hell is this? I'm supposed to be liking this stuff. I was having problems with, having problems at home. I was living away for the first time in my life. I was having problems with my relationships. Everything was going haywire, It was hell for me. And I hated that period. I still think about it and I hate it. So, I decided, I can either sit down and cry about it, or I can actually choose to do something about it. So, the very first step that I took in my first year, when I was going through all of this stuff, was that I joined a CCA in school. Can any of you guess what CCA that was?
Economic society.
No, it was anime.
What?
Yeah. I am not kidding. It was anime and gaming club, right?
No shit.
But okay, that clearly did not work out.
Why?
I joined Economic Society, like most of you know me. I'm a part of Economic Society, right? So that was literally the first thing that I did when they were recruiting. So I think I was their first applicant, and I applied as an ordinary member. And for their flagship event, which was Economics Week, I was an usher for Economics Week 2013. I was an usher. I got people to the classrooms, to the lecture theater, get them to sit down, listen to the speaker and whatnot. And I wrote a miserly article for the publication. That was Economics Week 2013. And I started doing well in economics because I started connecting with people who were doing similar subjects. I started exploring how economics connects to the real world, and it fascinated me. I loved it. I still do. So I decided to pursue this further. Economics Week 2014, I was promoted and I became chief editor. Now for Economics Week 2014, under the chief editor, we published 72 research panels, and we published a newsletter on behavioral economics and finance. This was a huge step for me. I could not sleep for days worrying about the publication, seeing that the grammar was perfect, seeing that the language was right, seeing that the economic content was not wrong. It took days and nights, but it was all worth it. And I enjoyed myself. Economics Week 2015, it's not called Economics Week 2015, it's called Economic Summit, which is under me. I was promoted again, and I became president of Economic Society. And under me, we have the biggest event that SIM Economic Society has ever held in history. We have 4 seminars, we have 3 games, we have collaborations with Bloomberg, we have collaboration with digital currency startups. We have things that we've never had before, and I'm proud of it. And this is something that I've developed over the last 2.5 years. And it has given me strength, it has given me courage, it has given me confidence. So even today when I'm talking to you and I can actually talk, I'm not socially awkward, confidence comes from there. I'm very, very thankful to Economic Society, all the sleepless nights it's given me, all the tears I've cried, all the laughs I've laughed. I wouldn't have been this person without it. Second thing, I went to California. I talk about this like in every speech, but I went to California, to Berkeley in 2014, and I had a mad summer. And it gave me a new perspective. It changed me as a person. So before I went, I spoke to my professor and I said, hey, you know what, I'm going to UCB for 6 weeks. He's like, you know what, it's going to change your life. I'm like, ah, blah. But, 6 weeks, what can that possibly do, right? But it changed me. It really changed me. I saw things that I'd never seen before. I met people I'd never met before. I could say hi in like 6 languages. I could communicate with people. Well, it gave me confidence. And when I came back, I was just so much better at talking to people. I was so much better at talking to different kinds of people, because I had a broader perspective. And another thing, I met Boonway and Serene in Berkeley. Now they told me about Toastmasters, so that's the reason I'm here today. And I cannot even begin to describe all that this club means to me, because 2 years back, my first chapter meeting, 1 year back actually, I was sitting there and they asked an icebreaker question about, give me a strength and give me a weakness. And I stood up and I was literally shivering. I was like, oh my God, what the hell do I say now? Like, this is so difficult. But today, you know what? I'm standing in front of you and I'm feeling good about this. So I really want to say thank you to Toastmasters and to SIM, because 3 years back, 2.5 years back, the person that I was, I could not have been the person that I am today. So you know what? It may not be a public university, it may not, the other universities may be supposedly better, but if you find the right avenues, you're gonna be really happy with yourself and you're gonna come out as a proud graduate.